else when he was on my show. I said, if by some miracle you could regain your eyesight, would you want it? And he said no. And I asked him why. And he said something almost to the effect that, almost like what you said a moment ago when I asked you, what do I look like? Something like his feelings are more important to him than seeing, you know. And he had eyesight for a while.
Mm-hmm.
You never did have, did you?
No.
What one thing would you like to see if you could?
I think the earth, my family, my daughter, Aisha.
How old is she?
She's going on 2. She'll be 2 years old pretty soon.
Is she musical like Dad?
No, it's musical. I think that we got her a little piano for Christmas. You know, the little organ pianos. And she's into that.
Now the song, Isn't She Lovely, is that about your little girl?
Mm-hmm. It's about Aisha.
I must tell you, I was talking to Tom Sullivan one time, and he is blind.
He's a very great man. I've never met him before.
Oh, he is a super guy.
Very incredible.
And he told me a story about his little girl in the swimming pool.
Mm-hmm.
You hear that story?
Yeah, I heard about it.
And he's the helpless feeling that he couldn't find her.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever felt helpless like that?
I think I know I have experienced that. You ask, or something happens, you ask for the assistance of that power, that supreme being, to help you. I know that I used to lose things, and I would want to find them. And I'd be, instead of feeling around the floor, I would just wait a second, and something would say to me in my mind, to the right or to the left. And 9 times out of 10, I would actually be able to, to find it.
You know, I've noticed so many changes in your music, Steve, over the years. So many groups have come and gone. Why do you think your music has endured?
Well, we've tried to grow, with the times, to keep up with the times, and to listen, to admit that you're influenced by a newer artist or different artist. There's nothing wrong with that. And that music doesn't belong to any one particular person. It's a form of expression that we are given the ability to use to express our feelings and to feed off of each other. So I've tried to always grow musically and to keep up with whatever the latest whatever was, but to, even though keeping up with it, keep in that musical expression whatever I felt or wherever I was coming from.
Your lyrics are always upbeat and positive. Is that part of the reason for your longevity, do you think?
We have given in a lot of our songs, such as "Living for the City" or "Visions," "Pastime Paradise." We look at a constructive criticism, and we look at the negative, but hoping, in looking at the negative, that from it will be, for all people, a positive.
Oh yeah.
So we do have a lyric that may be negative, but it is negative, constructive criticism that hopefully will bring about
positive result.
The positive result.
Let's take a specific tune. "You Are the Sunshine of My Life." Now, how did that melody come to you? You remember?
I came up with, first of all, just the "You Are the and I didn't have any more than that. And for a long time, I had a cassette with just that on it.
Is that how you write? You put it on cassette when something comes to you?
Yeah. And then we'll fill in with whatever lyric we can come up with later.
Yeah.
Now, the actual writing of the rest of "You Are the Sunshine of My Life" only took, I think, I guess about 20 or 30 minutes, the middle part of it. But it was like spontaneous. It was like when I did come up with it, it's when it happened. And that is somewhat why it took me maybe the 2 years, as it was publicized, to do Songs in the Key of Life.
Here's your harmonica. Would you play a little something, Steve?
Blues in the nighttime. The blues in the morning. This is funny because this is the first kind of harmonica that I played.
Is that your very first?
Yeah, the first kind of harmonica.
How'd you get it? Who gave it to you?
A man that we knew of the family as Loud used to carry it around and play it. And he said, you know, someday, boy, you're going to be like Ray Charles. You're going to be another. He used to always say that to me. You know, boy, someday you're going to be another Ray Charles. And I said, not me, you know. And I was given my first chance to, I guess, express a form of talent through going to or being invited to a picnic that he had. And they had a band, and the drummer of the band set me on his knee or wherever, and I, you know, gave him, you know, the drumsticks, and he held them in my hand, and I was able to beat the drums and do the whole thing. And it felt really good. And that was the beginning, at least. I remember back then they gave me like money, and they gave me quarters. Now then, to give me $1 and to give me a quarter, the quarter meant far more to me than the dollar.
Sure, that's right.
Because I could hear
that
quarter knocking in that thing. I said, get down, I got me another quarter. But
let's say Stevie Wonder's sitting at home in his own living room with the harmonica, just feeling a mood. What would come out of that? Can you play a little I Wish on that? I got to tell you, that tears me up.
You like I Wish, huh?
Tears me up.
Let me see if I can do it in this harmonica.
We'll find out how Stevie Wonder relaxes, and I'm going to join him, and that'll take place right after this. You aren't going to want to miss that. I've interviewed Stevie